and resume. All right, so have your chair at the front of your mat and move it out of the way. Then bring your feet together. Inhale, lift your arms up, reach your arms up. Reach back. Keep your thighs lifted. Take a breath and then bend your elbows out to the side. Open up your chest. Look up and breathe. 2, 1. Straighten your arms. Keep looking up. Exhale. Fold forward as you look up. You can bend your knees and let your head come down. Now take your feet so they're as wide as the mat. Bring your hips over your heels, bend your elbows, and let your head come down. Now catch your elbows and pull. Lengthen, pull. Switch the clasp of your elbows. Breathe. Take your hands to the floor, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Heels moving down towards floor and moving out. Fingers are open. Armpits are open. Head moving towards the floor. Take another breath. Child pose, knees apart, feet together. Come up slightly, bring your left hand underneath, thread it through. A gentle twist. Come back up and switch sides. Downward dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Uttanasana, intense stretch. Then you can bring your hands by the sides of your feet, bend your elbows, and let your head come down. Keep the hips even, legs are straight. Walk your hands back, downward dog. Keep your heels down. Heels moving away, shoulder blades in. Knees apart, feet together, child pose. Now, whichever arm you threaded through first, do the other one instead. Gentle twist. and then switch sides. Bring your hand back, come back up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Hips are lifting up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands to your feet, Uttanasana. Now pretend you're ripping the mat apart as you scrape your heels away from each other. Open up your sit bones. Let your head come down. Walk your hands forward into downward dog. Bring your feet together, bend your knees, step or jump. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Shoulders are back, sit bones are lifting up. You have a concave back. Stay there, take your right hand to the outside of your left shin and twist. Right hand can come up to your right hip and then look up. Concave back still. Switch sides. Lengthen your torso away from you. Turn. Bring both hands back down. Head down. Inhale, reverse. Come all the way up. Bring your arms up. Reach back. Lift your buttocks. Lift your thighs. Reach back. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. Inhale, take your arms up. Reach up. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Open up your sternum. Open up the chest. Make the sternum lift up. Keep pressing into the thighs. Look up. Keep the shoulder blades in. Hold it. 2 and 1. Look back forward. Inhale, lift your arms back up. Look up. Reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out here for a minute. Bring your hips over your heels. Let that head hang. Shake your head yes or shake your head no. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Keep the shoulders back. Keep the thighs lifted. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now you can scoot your feet back a little bit more, come forward, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Upward dog. Go. You can bring your knees to the floor, tuck your toes, downward dog. Come back into a high plank. Come all the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Oh, my shoulders. Untuck your toes. Press into your feet to lift those thighs. Press into your hands. Inhale, come up. Urdhva Mukha. Look up. Bend your knees. Downward dog. Adho Mukha. Hips are lifting. Sit bones are lifting. Walk your hands to your feet. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. Inhale and come up. All right, now you're going to find a space at the wall for Uttanasana. So the top of the head is going to go to the wall.
Then I'm gonna walk in until my shoulders touch the wall. And then I'm gonna grab my buttocks and pull. And I can take my hands down or just grab my elbows and hang out. Good morning, sunshine. How are you? Did you just wake up? Hello. Hello to you. Good morning. My hands on yours. Switch the clasp by your elbows. I know. I know. So you've been asleep for quite some time. Breathe. Now press your hands into the floor. Press your hands into the wall.
Come up, take your forehead and your nose into the wall. Bring your arms by your sides. And then come out. All right, now, so step your left heel back and your right foot forward. And then make the hips even. You can pull that inner thigh out. Elbows towards the back wall. Inhale, look up, open the chest. Keep pressing the right foot to the right hip space back. Come on down, lengthen, lengthen. Now you can bend your knee, take your hand to the floor and then re-straighten it, or you can use blocks. Pull back on the floor and look up. Take a breath, bend the elbows, let the head come down. Once you're down, turn your palms up towards the ceiling. That makes this a restorative pose. Hold it and breathe. 2, 1, straighten your arms and look forward. Bring your hands onto your hips and come up, and then switch legs. Turn that thigh forward, straighten both legs. Shoulders are back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, keep that left hip back. Keep lengthening, Fold. When you're ready, you can take your hand to the floor. Bend your knee if you need to, but keep that left hip back or use your blocks. Pull back and look up. Exhale, bend the elbows, let the trunk come down, and turn the palms up on the floor. Look between the thighs at the back wall. Hold it and breathe. Take another breath, straighten your arms and look forward, shoulders are back. Bring your hands onto your hips, inhale, and come up. Step your back foot forward. Inhale, take your arms up, look up. Lift the thighs, reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Bend the elbows, let the head come down. Now catch the heels. Bend the elbows and pull up as you lengthen the spine down and the head. Elbows out and wide, shoulders back, thighs lifted. Take your hands back to the floor. Step back, downward dog. Thighs are lifting. Sit bones lifting. All 10 fingers are open. Knees apart, feet together, child pose. Come back up, thread that arm through. And come back up and switch sides. Bring that hand back. Take another breath, come back up, downward dog. Bring your feet together, step or jump between your hands. Bend your knees. Take your heels to your buttocks. Lift your arms, lift your chest. Utkatasana. Now lift your ribs in and up. And then inhale and come up. Hands to heart center. All right, now grab a blanket and a block. So fold the blanket and put it behind you. And then have the block in front of you. So the feet will be together. Take the arms forward. Pull the arm bones back into the sockets and then bend the knees so the knees are apart. And the ribs come through. And then reach your hands forward. Way, way forward. Bring the sides of the ribs in. Now reach your hands behind you and catch your heels. Pull up on the heels and lengthen the sides of the torso in between the thighs and let your head come down onto that block or the floor. Malasana, garland pose. Hold it and breathe. Three more breaths. And then release. Now maybe take a block a little bit lower. Reach your arms away, lengthen yourself. Make the sides of the body, the ribs are coming in between the thighs, and then bring the knees back in. Bend the elbows, reach your hands back, catch your heels. Pull up on those heels. Take your forehead down onto that block. Knees moving away. And then release. Move your block. Come up into Uttanasana, intense stretch.
I love that pose.
Yay! Malasana, plow pose, M-A-L-A-N-A-S-A-N-A, something like that. Great. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. Inhale. Up. Come to the front of your mat. Now you can choose to vinyasa or just go straight into down dog and stay there. Inhale, take your arms up. Look up. Reach back, thighs are lifting. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale, flat back, look up, shoulders back. Exhale, hands to the floor. Chaturanga Dandasana or downward dog. Once you're in Chaturanga, then you're going to inhale, come up to Urdhva Mukha, upward dog. And then come back into downward dog. And stay here. Sit bones are lifting. Heels moving towards the floor. Biceps rolling out. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees, step or jump. Inhale, flat back, look forward, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up, take your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, now we're going into wide-legged fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Have a block. If your head doesn't touch the floor, have a block so that your head can touch something. So step or jump your feet out as wide as your wrists. Press the outer edges of the feet down, lift the inner ankle bones up. Put your hands on your hips, elbows towards the back wall. Inhale, look up. Lift your chest, lift your sternum. Exhale, keep the thighs lifted, hugging into the bone and bring your hands onto the floor or the blocks. Bring your fingers in line with your toes. Give yourself that concave back. Sit bones are lifting up, shoulders are back, look up. Breathe. Take another breath and then bend the elbows. Let the top of the head come down onto the floor. Shoulders back, thighs lifting. Hold it and breathe. Inhale, straighten your arms and look forward. Bring the shoulders back. Hips are over heels, hold it. Take another breath. Bend the elbows at the top of the head, come back down. Now you can keep your hands here or catch the outer ankles, pull up, bend the elbows, and pull the abdomen through the thighs a little bit more. 3 more breaths. Bring your hands back, straighten your arms, look forward. Walk your feet back in. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips or thighs and come up. Step or jump your feet back together. Come back to the front of your mat. Inhale, take your arms up. Reach up. Up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back into downward dog. Go into child pose. Thread your arm through. Gentle twist. It's cold outside, Oscar. Let's switch arms. Back up and move in. And then come back right to the middle. Downward dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, come up. Time for headstand. Do you guys have your headstand?
Yeah.
Let's go. Remember, keep the elbows within the borders of the shoulders. If you have any neck pain, come down, or you can just go into down dog or child pose. Shoulders are lifted. Be on the top of your head, not your forehead. Roll the thighs in. Reach up to the soles of the feet and hold it. One more breath. Bring the feet down. Child pose. All right, now grab a block. Now the block's going to be for your head for downward dog. All 10 fingers are open and pressing into the floor. Biceps are rolling out away from each other. Shoulder blades are coming in. Head is moving down towards the floor until it touches the block. Heels are moving away from each other as the thighs are lifting up, sit bones lifting up. Be sure your breath pressing into both hands equally. And now walk your feet to your hands to your feet. Bring your hands to your hips. Look up, lift your shoulders up, back and down. Okay. All right, now grab your two blocks. Good. You're going to put one block under the shoulder blades and one under the head. And turn your palms up. You're going to have your knees together, feet apart, or straighten your legs.
bend your elbows out to the sides. And then hug the shoulders into that block. Pull the shoulder blades into the block. Hug it in. Hold it. Take a breath and then reach your arms away from you and take your thumbs down to the floor. Take another breath and grab your elbows. Pull and lengthen. Switch the clasp of your elbows. And then release your arms. Now take the block that's behind your head a drop lower. Palms just be out to the sides. Now lift your arms, bend those elbows out and away. Hug the shoulder blades in. Look up and breathe. Then reach your arms back. Thumbs towards the floor. Lengthen the back of the neck. Bring the arms back forward. Now move that block out of the way. Let your head hang. If it's causing too much pain, grab your other block and bring it back. Not bend your elbows out to the side. Hug those shoulder blades in. Take the arms up over the head, take the thumbs to the floor. Bring the arms back, turn the palms up, stay here for 3 more breaths. Now, if you need to use your hand to lift your head up, you can do that. Bend your elbows, press your hands into the floor. Come back to standing. Chest feel nice and open.
Yes.
Inhale, take your arms up, look up. Reach back. Pull the shoulder blades in the way the blocks were pulling in. Bend your elbows out to the side. Pull the shoulder blades in. Take another breath. Lift your arms up. Fold forward. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Ardha Uttanasana, half intense stretch. Lift up, shoulders are back. Exhale, fold. Step back, downward dog. Upward dog. Chaturanga. Upward dog, and then back into downward dog. Bring your feet together. Lift between your hands, step or jump. Uttanasana. Take your feet so they're hip width distance
distance. Bend your knees, lift the soles of your feet, and step on your hands all the way to your wrists. Straighten your legs and let your head come down. Move your heels apart. Now pull up on your hands. Pull. Bend your elbows, let that head come down. Bend your knees. Release the hands. Bring the hands onto the hips. Lift the chest. Inhale and come back up. All right, so now we're going to come onto the floor. You can have a block behind you. Bend your right knee so that your knee is forward. And then bend your left leg and take your left heel to the outside of that thigh. Bring your left hand behind you. Lift your right arm up. Keep pressing that top foot into the floor. Hook your elbow and twist. Turn. Press the back hand into the block. Lift. Lift this lower back part in and up. And twist. Shoulders are back. Now look forward. Hold it and breathe. Two. And one. And release. You're going to switch sides. So you bend your left knee. Knee is moving forward. Bring the other foot around front of the thigh. Lift that back arm up. Reach. Hook that elbow. And then walk your back of your arm down. And keep turning. Lift the chest. Keep turning. Hold it and breathe. Shoulders are back. Two. And one. And release. All right, now cross your heel is heel over knee and knee over heel. So scoot your bottom foot a little forward. Flex your feet. Bring your hands behind you, lift your chest and breathe. Now bring your hands in front. And maybe walk them forward. And then come back. And switch to crossing of the feet. Heel over knee, knee over heel. Bring your hands behind and lift your chest. And then bring your hands forward. And breathe. And then come back up. And then switch feet. This time it's just crossing at the ankles.
So you're going to be crossing at the ankles, except the foot that's in front. You're going to lift the foot that's in front and bring it right into the crease of the thigh and the calf. It's called Siddhasana. Bring your hands behind you and lift your chest. Take your left arm, left hand, palm turns up, reach your hand round, and twist. Shoulders are back. And then switch sides. Press that back hand into the thigh. Lift the chest. Keep turning. And then come back to the middle. Take your right hand over your ear. Grab the top of your ear and gently pull. And then switch sides. And then release. Remember your upper lip is an equator. Turn your head, keep your head on straight. Don't let your ears go from side to side. Take your chin towards your shoulder. And then look back past your shoulder and then take your chin a little bit further back. Keep the shoulder blades in and the chest lifted. Head on straight. Come back to the middle and go the other direction. Shoulders are back. And then come back to the middle. Now switch the feet. That foot will come in between the calf and thigh. Bring your hands behind you and lift your chest. Lift your shoulders are back. Lift your right arm up, turn the palm up, take it to the outside of the thigh. Twist. And switch sides. Pull, lift, and lengthen and turn. And then come back to the middle. Now bring your hand to the top of your head and pull. And then switch. Clasp. And then release. Keep your head on that equator line and turn. Shoulder blades in. And then go the opposite direction. And then come back to the middle. All right, now you're going to lie down on the floor and lie on your back. Lengthen the back of your neck and grab your elbows around your shins. And pull down on the floor. Pull, and you can rock from side to side. Lengthen the back of your neck. Soften your tongue. All right, now switch the clasp of your elbows. Pull. Breathe. And then release. Now straighten your right leg, but hold on to your left shin. And then reach through your right heel as your right leg is on the floor. Flex your left foot. Take a breath and pull that left knee into your chest. Hold it and breathe. Now take your left hand to your left hip, or whichever hip the knee is bent, that's the hand you take the hip to. Now press that hip down and away from you, and then pull your knee back in. Let that hip go and pull with both hands. Hold it and breathe. Now lift the thigh off of the trunk, bring it over to the side and pull it back in. The side chest. And then release, switch legs. Bend that knee, pull it into the chest. Reach to the straight leg, press the back of the straight leg into the floor. Bring that knee in, flex your foot. Lengthen the back of your neck. Smile. Feel good. Now take your hand to your hip, one thumb to your hip, and then push that hip down and away as you bend the knee and bring it back in. Then release the hip and bring both hands onto the shin. Pull it. Now inhale, lift that thigh up, bring it over to the side and pull it in. Keep pressing the straight leg into the floor. And then release. All right, now bend your left knee and cross it over your right thigh. Catch behind your right thigh. Straighten your right leg to the ceiling. Reach through both feet, flex through both feet. Hold it and breathe. Make that knee move away from you. All right, then bend the knee, put the foot on the floor. Now take your foot that's on the top to the floor as you twist. Take the knee to the other side, keep your twist. Oh. Inhale, come back to the middle. Switch feet. Catch behind your thigh and straighten that leg to the ceiling. Flex both feet. Knees moving away from you. And then bend the knee. Put the foot on the floor. Do a twist. Take that foot to the floor. Top foot to the floor. And then pull that knee over to the other side. And then come back to the middle. All right, it is time for Shavasana. So you can get a blanket, put it in the back of your head. You can bring your legs up on a chair. You turn off the light. And we're going to do a couple of things first. So lie down on your back, and with your pointer finger and your middle finger, bring them to the middle of your forehead, and then slowly draw away from your forehead so your fingers reach down towards your temples. Do that about 4 or 5 times. Bring your fingers to the middle of your forehead, and then slide them out towards the sides, towards your temples, smoothing out any lines, any worries. Trying to not get Botox. All right, now, with the same fingers, take them to the ridge of your eyebrows. So up and over the eyebrow and down towards the temple. Just a gentle pressure. You know what feels good for you. All right, now take your fingers to the side of your jaw, and then just rub, just kind of rub in a circular motion right along the jaw, and then open your jaw as you rub, and then close it, and then open, and then close. Now take the heels of your hands to the sides of your jaw, and then press in, and hold it. And you can even press down into that jaw muscle and move it forward. So you can do like a little twisting motion with your heels of your hands forward. And then release. Now take your heels of your hands to the sides of your temples and press in. And then let go. Now take your heels of your hands to your eyeball sockets. So the bone around your eyeball underneath, that's where the heels of your hands will go. And then the palms will come into the eyeballs. Gently press your eyeballs back into your skull. The gentle press and then release. Now, open your mouth and stick your tongue out wide. And then release. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out wide, and release. Last one. And release. Turn the palms up onto the floor, onto the sides. Just breathe. start to bring the breath back to the surface. Move your wrists, your ankles, and your fingers and your toes. Let your arms above your head. Bend your knees, roll to your side. Turn your torso towards the floor. Then inhale and come up. It's good to see you ladies today. Have a wonderful namaste day.
Namaste.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
Good. Feel
Thank
better.
I will do my best.
Okay.
Thank you. Hopefully I'll see you
You're
tomorrow.
welcome. All right. See you guys soon. Bye, Kylie.